Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day. Whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz, we're diving deep and keeping it real. So please do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. Y'all, I'm not going to be on for long. I'm currently recording this episode. This is episode 635, by the way. I'm currently recording this episode on a Sunday, day after a very, very, very busy day for me. My body is tired, but I do want to take the time to chop it up with you all just with a few things. First thing I always got to do before I start, in the beginning of this program is thank you always. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule for tuning in to yet another great episode here on the Arrington Gavin Show. As I mentioned, this is episode 635, and here are some ways you can tune in and support the show. Look, we drop new episodes weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts, whether that's iHeart, Spotify, Apple, just to name a few. We're available on all podcast platforms. You can also follow us on Instagram at the Arrington Gavin Show, as well as X at AG Show Live. You can also check out our website, www.theagshow.com, if you want to keep up with up to date. There we go. Up to date episodes, or if you want to reach out, say hi, or want to comment on something, you can reach out through our website. You can also check out past episodes of the Arrington Gavin Show on Goatverse TV app. You can download the app on the App Store, Google Play Store. You can also download it through Roku as well as Amazon Fire TV. It is a growing streaming platform that I'm honored to be a part of. So do me a favor and support independent media, independent platforms, and that's what I got for you so far. Also, hope y'all enjoyed our last convo with Chesapeake City Councilman Daniel Whitaker. He's one of the 5 Republican endorsed candidates. He's also the incumbent running to hopefully maintain another 4 years on Chesapeake City Council, a very packed race. I want to say it's close to 15 candidates hoping to win one of the 5 seats. So it's a very, as I mentioned, very competitive race. But I truly appreciate him taking the time out of his busy schedule to chop it up just a little bit on the program. What else to share with you all? Oh, check this out. So the missus and I, we attended a concert. So let me tell you how my day was yesterday. Started off helping one of my best friends since high school, helping him move. Him and his wife, they have 3 kids, 1 on the way. They're expecting their 4th, and they were just moving to a new spot because they had just relocated from one city. Then they stayed temporarily with his folks, and then he's like, okay, boom, we got our 4th baby on the way. We have to find a home, and and they're currently having a house built, so they moved into a rental. And so they live further out in the country parts of Carolina, but it's on the border it's on the line between Carolina, North Carolina, and Virginia. So not crazy far, but it's out there, right? And it was just hot, but we had a great time. It was hot though, tired as I don't know what. It was great exercise, but we were drained after we completed that. Plus, the same day I was gonna have to go back outside because I was taking the missus to a concert, the Neon Akon concert. They're on tour right now. I'm trying to see I think it's called Nights Like This tour. I believe that's what the tour is called. But anyway, they're on a co-headlining tour, and we were out there in the evening having a good time again. It's so hot. We're in record temperatures out here in Virginia, and I showered, but immediately once I stepped foot outside, it was like back to being sweaty. And we were out there, man, had a wonderful time. Um, the funny thing, the inside joke is, so my wife and I, we had bought tickets to see Usher and Chris Brown. We originally was planning on seeing them. We've been on this like concert kick. We saw Bruno Mars, right? We saw him at I still call it FedEx Field, but it's called Northeast Stadium. This is where the Washington Commanders play. We saw Bruno Mars. He had a stellar show. Highly recommend if you ever get the chance, or if he's still currently on tour, go get tickets. It's a great show, great entertainer. We saw Leon Thomas there, Anderson Pack, as I mentioned, Bruno Mars. It was an awesome show. Fast forward, who else did we see? We saw Teddy Swims. Teddy Swims came to Virginia. Checked him out. He's another amazing artist. He put on a awesome show. Then we had got tickets to Chris Brown and Usher. So we were gonna look forward, and we have both. We saw Chris Brown together at the Something in the Water Music Festival, where Chris Brown he performed some of his hits. Um, I've seen Usher twice. My wife has not, but I knew that this concert. This is like a once in a lifetime show. It's why I say it's a once in a lifetime show, because if you are a true fan of R&B or pop, you always want to do rankings like, okay, who's your top? Who should be at the top? Who's the number one? So like for me, for my era, right? The folks that were born in 95, our generation will always say it's Michael Jackson at number one, and then come down to Usher, and then Chris Brown. And then obviously the younger generation might say, oh, well, Usher's at the top. Then it's Chris Brown, or it's back and forth. Like, it's so difficult. And the older generation might say, well, James Brown first, then Michael. Or folks might say Michael at number one, and then everybody's behind him. So it was always a back and forth debate: who's better, Chris Brown or Usher? Hit for hit, who has more hits, who has more awards, who's a better dancer, who's a better singer? Back and forth, back and forth. And there was never public beef between the artists, nor was there private beef. We don't know about the private part, but we knew it was never public beef. But sometimes folks will rumor and say, I don't think they ever get along because they've never done too many collaborations together, right? Now they did have that one song, I think was called New Flame, so they did have that together, so that kind of lessened the tension, saying, oh, if there were ever drama between the two, because they're so very popular. And but Chris Brown, I mean, is one hell of an entertainer. I still will support, because I'm from the Usher side. So when I saw that they were coming together for a concert tour, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be really fun. Fast forward, my wife and I we want to travel. We want to do a vacation, and our wedding anniversary will be coming up soon. So we're like, okay, look, we've been spending our funds going from here to there, X, Y, and Z. And we know, like, the concert, like, I'll be honest, I'm a young old man. I'm 31. So for most of us, okay, you still a kid, but my body is different. I'm an old soul. And so when I go to these concert venues out, especially outside of these big stadium venues, it will wear you the hell out. Because when we went to see Bruno Mars, man, I'm talking, this man sold out the where the Northeast Stadium twice, 2 nights in a row. And there's so many people, and it's already a workout walking to the stadium. Then leaving is even worse, because we're a bunch of little ants, trying to grab our car or grab our Uber, X, Y, and Z, and this is very tough. So anyways, we started thinking, and I'm like, okay, the Usher Chris Brown concert was going to be on a Monday, where that's a pet peeve I can't stand. Why is all these high profile, very popular artists and musicians and entertainers, why do they have their concerts on weekdays? Because I've seen concerts on Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, Monday nights. Like, whatever happened to just Friday night or Saturday night? Hell, I don't even like going on a concert on a Sunday, because the following day, guess what? It's time to work. So I prefer Friday, Saturday, only those two. But hey, can't always get what you want. So folks always say, okay, we're gonna do this. So anyway, the concert was gonna be on a Monday. We knew that, okay, by the time we travel to there and come back, we'll be exhausted. Like we're putting so much time and money for, yes, a unforgettable night, but it's a one-time thing. Like sometimes I don't mind investing in experience, but I do also like to invest in, you know, peace, comfort, relaxation, and it was like, okay, this or the the vacation trip. Like I said, we got our anniversary trip coming up soon, so I'm like, okay, we end up selling the tickets, right? Yes, so we were very close from going to see Usher and Chris Brown, but then look at God, I got close contact who asked if, hey, I got I have a connection right through my line of work, uh that gave me free tickets to the Usher, and I mean Usher, excuse me, the Neo and Akon concert. Now we've got connects where we can get free tickets to certain sporting events or concerts here in our home area. But yeah, they like, you want to see Neo and Akon? The first thing I did, I text my wife because we both are not crazy Neo. Well, here's the funny part: we both are not crazy Neo or Akon fans, and so we're like, do we? And my wife texted me saying, "Oh, he must have got those tickets for free because I'm not going to spend no money, on this." Here's the funny part: so when we get there, when I tell you we did not sit down throughout this whole concert, we knew every Usher song, we knew every Akon song, and we looked at each other like, it's funny how we were dogging them, and we turned to have a wonderful, wonderful time, which I don't dislike these artists. I just want to point blank, there's a reason why we were feeling that type of way towards Neo and Akon. So Neo's on this, he's living his best life with three girlfriends at the same time, right? I'll be honest, I'm not crazy about it. I'm not a fan of it. I think it disrespects women as a whole, personally. Now I get it, the women, they're cool with it, they fine, okay, but I'm not crazy about it. Also, you got Akon is a fan of it, right? I think in his culture, hell, they might have five wives or three wives. He likes that, right? He likes to be treated like a king, like a prince and stuff. I'm not crazy about it, so I'm like, Neil been on one now. He got his new country album thing. I'm like, I'm not crazy about it. So, but long story short, he played his hits. Man, we had a wonderful time. Akon played some of his hits. We had a wonderful time. Shout out to those two because they really are great performers. I don't take that away from them. This is my second time actually going to a Neo concert. But they're great performers, have a lot of hits as performers, but there was a segment in the show where they acknowledged the songs that they wrote. I did not realize how many great songs Akon and Neo wrote. So I'm gonna let you know. Neo wrote for he wrote Mario's hit song, Let Me Love You, right? He wrote, I know this is public information. He wrote Beyonce's Irreplaceable. What else did he write? I can't remember from the concert, but I remember. Okay, here's one thing I didn't know. Akon wrote "Drunk in Love," Beyonce's "Drunk in Love." Um, they wrote hits, right? They wrote tons and tons, and Akon wrote some Gaga songs. So like, Akon wrote a lot of international based songs. So party bops, like I said, Lady Gaga. He wrote a lot of Titanium. Oh, I mean, Akon rolling in the money, rolling. So fast forward, the wife and I, we had a wonderful time, but when we got home, we were exhausted. We got home late. Uh, um, showered. I think we went to cookout or something, grab dinner. And it was a very unhealthy dinner, of course. On my end, I had to splurge, but we had a wonderful time, wonderful time. So I just wanted to shout out Akon and Neo for not only being great performers, singers, entertainers, but also great songwriters. And please, if you have not done so yet, get your tickets and go to the Neo and Akon concert. They're currently on tour, so my fault. I'll take the L on that. Neo, Akon. If y'all have to ever get a chance to tune into this pod, my apologies. I had a wonderful time. It was well worth the pay. Even though I got free tickets, but I backtracking, I would pay to go see it. It was really, really good time. All right, y'all. What else we got going on? Oh, FIFA. FIFA. If like I said, on today's program, they just had the the final of the FIFA World Cup game between Spain and Argentina. Spain came out victorious. Congrats to Spain winning the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And it was a great time here in the States to witness all these games because the World Cup was held in the US. You had a lot of big notable games. I really don't watch the World Cup like that because, for one, I was worn out after this last NBA Finals. Two, I just don't watch the World Cup like that. It's just one big party for me, but I do enjoy the sport. Um, it could be the last we see a lot of popular football players that we known to love, like Neymar, right, from Brazil. Uh, Cristiano Ronaldo. I believe Cristiano played for Portugal. Okay. And then you have Lionel Messi Lionel Messi, who played for Argentina. And a lot, these guys, the World Cup is every 4 years. These guys are pushing retirement age in the sport of soccer. And look, great careers. And so it was a lot of interesting factors there. One thing that I will say that went viral. So a few things. First one I'll show is the fact that the broadcaster at the FIFA game mistaken Pharrell Williams for he first said that's AKA Rocky or ASAP Rocky. Sorry. He mistaken them, which they don't look anything alike at all. Listen to this clip right here. And this is, as I mentioned, the broadcaster mistaking Pharrell, who's there with his wife at the game. The finals was held in New York. And listen to this broadcaster.
I think that's AKA Rocky or ASAP Rocky, sorry. I think. Venture?
I think that's AKA Rocky or ASAP Rocky. I'm sorry. Look, I don't. Should the man be, criticized, punished? No. I mean, again, if you are primarily a sports broadcaster, especially coming from another country, and you're not a hip hop enthusiast, right? Then hey, you can easily. But it's interesting because how the heck would he know who ASAP Rocky is, but not know who Pharrell Williams is? I mean, ASAP is more of a performer. Pharrell started off as a performer for the most part, but he's now what works with Louis Vuitton. He's a music producer. He's so much, but I don't know. He was playing that guessing game, and I just thought it was. I just thought that was quite interesting. I mean, but one thing I have noticed though, in the sports realm, broadcasters have been not doing a good job when it comes to acknowledging figures from either sports or music. Because look, we already called out. Now we called out UFC because UFC is an American sport. They mistaken two fighters for different people. I think one of the guys was thought the boxer. I'm blanking on his name, but I shared it on the show a while back. He was mistaken for a player from the Oklahoma City Thunder. Terrence Crawford, popular boxer, he was mistaken for somebody else. I mean, it's like, come on. And they even put the caption, like the name on the ticker at the bottom, on the frame when they do it. It's silly. But this right here, I mean, give him a break because he's a broadcaster from overseas that, hey, they might not listen to a lot of artists from America. Take. But now Pharrell probably felt some type of way. But I mean, whatever. Like, okay, at this point, who cares? You're still successful. We know who you are. Pharrell's a hometown guy from Virginia Beach, Virginia, next door to my home city. So he's fine. I think that was a comical thing right there. In addition to that, though, they had a lot of folks are frustrated the fact that President Trump was at the finals the final game of the World Cup that everybody's saying, why the hell is he there? And I get it. He's not a likable guy. In reality, though, he's a sitting president of the United States. Of course, he's going to be showing up to this World Cup, this world-studded, sporting event. But they say that after Jennifer Hudson performed the national anthem, here comes Trump, and he gets booed. Check out this clip, y'all. Woo. Did you play that one more time? Now, you heard the noise change when it was from Jennifer Hudson's claps to boom, camera shows President Trump and I believe the FIFA president, and they get booed. Now, I don't think FIFA president is well liked either. So could they have been booing him and not Trump? Nah, they were booing Trump. Yeah, I saw it too. They were booing Trump. And Trump just looks at it like, they love me. They really love me. You hear those crowds, swarms of people. You couldn't even hear the sound of all the cheers. It's wonderful. Everybody loves me. I'm Trump. I'm Donald J. I'm the president. Melania, do you hear those chanting my name? They're saying 4 more years. But anyway, y'all, let me go ahead and we haven't done a commercial break yet. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break. We come back. We have a few more things to share here on the show. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. Don't go anywhere, my friends. We'll be right back after these breaks.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to.
And we still in traffic.
I don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up. Yeah, that's that new GoatVerse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Let me tell you something that most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
All right, my friends, welcome back. Welcome back. So let's get it going with our first story here. So did you hear Don Lemon, former, well, he still is a journalist, but he's currently an independent journalist. He owns his own platform, his own media company called, I believe, Lemon Media, and has hosts of his own show, The Don Lemon Show, on all streaming platforms. He shared that he's actually taken deep thought of running for president of the United States. I kid you not. He was recently on a program called, let me see if I have the name of the show before I get going. Oh man, what is it called? What was it called? Let's see here. I'm blanking on the name. My apologies, but he sat down with this group, with these hosts on this YouTube show, and they brought up, like, hey, are you pretty serious about running for? And check out this clip.
Do you have political ambition? Is that true?
No, but people keep asking me if I'm running for president, and I don't know. I might. I'm serious. I don't know. I might, because people keep asking me to do it, or if I'm going to do it. And I look around, and I see the folks who are, possibly in the running, and some of them are impressive. Most of them are not. And it seems in this day and age, you don't have to have a ton of political experience, because our current president had none, and
Right.
That's very obvious. I actually think I would be a really good president of the United States.
Okay, like you're being serious.
No, I'm being totally serious.
Do you have political ambition? Is that true?
No, but people keep asking me if I'm running for president, and I don't know.
So right there, he said he's totally serious, y'all. Don Lemon had said that he is serious about possibly making a bid to run for president of the United States. So just a little background about Don Lemon, right? So Don was, I think he became more famous to the public of being a anchor on CNN. He was on CNN for about 17 years. He hosts his own program called Lemon Tonight, or Don Lemon Tonight, primetime show. Was very popular. He then transferred from the nighttime to mornings. He was one of the original three who had hosted CNN This Morning. It was him, I believe, Caitlin Collins, and I'm blanking on the third individual that was up there, but he had got fired. He got fired from the show. He was involved in a couple of controversial moments where I think he said that, hey, Nikki Haley is she doesn't have enough time, or he said something that the public or she found offense because he acknowledged her and her age. And then it was something else. I think he was, the way he had interviewed Vivek Ramaswamy at the time. Vivek was a presidential candidate. It was so many other things. He has a different way of explaining why he was let go. If you actually check out that interview, the show was called Can't Be Censored Podcast. Okay, boom. Can't Be Censored Podcast. And since he was let go from CNN, he has won his case in regards to them paying out the remainder of his contract, because he got a buyout. Got like 27 million and some change. Good money, right? He's good. He don't need to be doing nothing. Instead, he started his own media company that has grown. He has well over 1 million subscribers, on YouTube alone, and he's continued to grow his platform now. And he's done with the legacy media to what it showed in this interview. He enjoys his freedom doing his own thing. Anyway, though, he was I mentioned he was abruptly fired in 2023. The Can't Be Censored podcast host Travis Danraj, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, and Carmen Won, that he might be serious about running for president in 2028. So you heard the clip there, and he acknowledged that. Well, if you think about it, so many folks have asked me. I'm to the point I'm really am thinking about it. So many folks have been asking me to run. So many folks have been this and that and the other. And if you think about it, it doesn't take a lot of qualifications nowadays to serve as president. Because if you look at who's currently in office, anybody could run, right? My dog could run for president, and he makes perfect sense. I mean, Trump had absolutely not a qualification besides being somewhat of a successful he was a businessman who was wealthy, right? Now, to say he's a successful one, that you be the judge of that. But he never served hall monitor, he never served HOA president, he never served any political position ever. Yet this man came out the blue, ran, won, and now he's on his second term. He won 2 elections for president. So if you think about it, why not, Don? Why not? I think it's sad that the I want to say pedestal, or it's just the bar has been dropped so low since Trump has been in office, in my honest opinion. I think, and look, this is not a Republican, Democrat, Independent thing. This is a Trump thing for me. I'm always going to be a judge of character. Did not like his character since day one. I think they could have had any other individual from the Republican Party that could have easily, just served as president and would have been qualified to do so. The fact that Trump is in office for a second time, that's all I gotta say is. So going back to Don Lemon, he was asked a question, do you have any political ambitions? Which he responded, no, but people keep asking me if I'm running for president, and I don't know. I might. I'm serious. I don't know. I might, because keep asking me to do it, or if I'm going to do it. He went on to say that he is not impressed by most of the people who are thinking about running, and that in this day and age, citing President Trump, people don't need significant political experience to run. He said, actually, I think I would be a really good president of the United States. I think everybody's going to have that mindset to say, hey, look, I can be a great leader. I can be this and that. No one knows the position of, how much pressure it is being a presidential president and would it entice, right? When it comes to like, this, would you have to do this? Just because you might be a successful at your craft, I don't think makes you a successful candidate to serve as president. I don't think everybody should be president. I don't think everybody should be a city council or mayor, but they always look at, if you are a millionaire or this or that, you must be successful. So boom, you'll be great. I mean, look at, our former governor out here, Glenn Youngkin. He was never served any political position, but he was a very wealthy man from a I forget in what line of work he did, but he was a extremely maybe like an equity firm or something like that. But he was a millionaire, successful, and that was like the norm. Like, okay, in order to run for politics, you gotta be somewhat of a person with money, with wealth, X, Y, and Z. Folks would like to see more relatable folks. Maybe somebody that served in the military, maybe someone that had served on Congress or Senate prior, some higher form of government. I mean, Pete Buttigieg was really like an unknown. Like, he grew a career mainly because he was a mayor. Well, he served the country, but he was also a mayor. So he went from local all the way to federal. That's a huge jump. That's a really, really successful jump on his part. But going back to Don Lemon, I don't think Don should make an attempt. Now, if he does, I knew he publicly shared this on his show, where if he would run as a Democrat, even though he's a registered independent. He is a registered independent, but he has obviously agreed more or been in favor more with left-leaning political values. So that's when he said if he would have ran, he would have ran he would run as a Democrat. Looking at his chances, he has more support from the Democratic Party than the Republican Party, and that will be his that would be his I guess strategy, right? Or his direction if he ran. Wanted to see if there was anything else I wanted to mention in with this story here. He has been quite vocal. If you don't remember, he was arrested a while back during the ICE protest in Minnesota, where he was reporting, being an independent journalist. Now he has a platform to do. He does a lot of on the street reporting, or we're at the scene and this and that and the other. And so when he reported that, they arrested him because they said he was a part of the what was it, the trespassing of a church, because you had ICE protests. And I shared my opinion on that, and I'm not going to go into that, but he was arrested for a short period. I think it's still an ongoing lawsuit or investigation, something to do in the courts. But he's now, as an outspoken activist, journalist. He's a part of the Protect Don Lemon at All Times crew. He and comedian, radio host D.L. Hughley, they go on tour with these kind of comedy and sit down serious conversations going across different cities, which is needed, right? It's a duo we never thought we would truly enjoy, because at one point they did not get along. But I don't know. I say like this: what the hell? In agreements with Don, like, anybody could run at this point. Now, does it make me feel more comfortable to say, oh, Don will be a great candidate if he runs as a Democrat? No, I don't. I think the Democratic Party needs to do a deep dive and really, really do hardcore research on who will be the right face to, or at least contenders that will be great for 2028. And another thing too, don't always come out saying what we are against, and come out saying what we are for more. Say those things. Don't always say, well, we're against this, we're against that. Say exactly what are you for, because maybe the overall voter is like saying, okay, what are you for? We don't want to hear what you're against all the time. We want to hear what you're for. I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Could help them in the future. Just saying. Right now, they're trying to win. They're trying to win midterms, and they're trying to win 2028. So that's just me. But let me know what your take is on this Don Lemon story. Do you think, would you like to see Don Lemon run for president? Do we want to see journalists, news journalists preferably, run for public office or run for president? Because if you think about it, Carrie Lake out of Arizona, right? She was a reporter. She was a journalist. She's also an extremist on the right, and she ran for what, senator, governor? I think it was senator, a U.S. Senate out in Arizona, and then ran for another political position and came up short. So you just got to be careful, because then if he runs, would that open the door for a Tucker Carlson to run? Would that open the door for a Cuomo to run, or a Joanne Reed to run, or I'm just naming journalists that's coming off the top of my head right now. Joe Scarborough. Now, Joe Scarborough served in Congress before he was on MS Now, right? Host of Morning Joe. He was a Republican at the time. He's been a registered independent for quite some years. So he served before. Could he do it? Like, I don't know. We want to see people from TV going into politics. I don't know. I really don't know. But Don Lemon is like, I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. So many folks tell me, but here's the thing: don't let folks like make your head bigger either. Like, I've come to see, like, I've been in rooms. Hell, I've been asked to either run, or have I ever thought of running for office, like on a local level. I'm like, no, I don't want to run. No, I barely run now on a treadmill. So what makes you think I would want to run? I like the position I'm at now. I like being a family man. I like being a business owner. I like hanging out with my friends. I like sharing my opinion, right? I like to stay involved in the know with stuff, but that's not my calling. If my calling was public service on a political side, then I would do it. But my position for public service is in the community, right? Giving back. That's my form of, public service. Anyways, let me move it on. My pillow guy, Mike Lindell. Mike Lindell recently received an endorsement because he received an endorsement from Donald Trump. Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, is running for governor in Minnesota. But here's the interesting thing. So a couple of articles had appeared, and I'm trying to do some deep dive on if he is allowed to or eligible to run. But New York Times, as well as Star Tribune, and another one had cited that he's not registered to vote in the state that he's running for governor in. Make that make sense, y'all. Make that make sense. So we all know Mike Lindell fall from grace from being the My Pillow guy. Everybody say, oh, that's the guy from being a conspiracy theorist, election denier, long time loyalist to Donald Trump, though. But he has lost a lot of money. What they say sometimes in the streets is he showed his ass and a little bit too much, and now he done pretty much lost it all and all this other stuff. Anyway, I was curious to see if he was eligible to run, being that he's not registered to. So it says here that, okay, so according to reporting, a public figure, according to reporting, Mike Lindell, who is also a gubernatorial candidate, does not currently have an active voter registration record in Minnesota. Instead, public records show that this individual maintains an active voter registration in Texas, where he previously lived. So I remember when he had moved there. Now, is his business and company still in Minnesota? Possibly. Did he still hold a Minnesota residency? Maybe. Okay. Like I think if you hold a residence there, if you still paid, taxes in that state, but you might live also in this one, you could still be a registered voter from there. It's interesting how that works. So it says, yes, he is eligible to run because Minnesota does not have a required candidate to be the Minnesota law does not require a candidate to be actively registered to vote before launching a campaign. Okay, according to the candidate guidelines from the Minnesota Secretary of State, candidates must only meet these core criteria: voter eligibility, legally qualified to vote in the state, age limit at least 25 or 25 years old upon assuming office, and a resident of Minnesota for 1 year prior to the election. So my guess is that he still has a residency in Vegas, in Minnesota, because just like Dr. Oz, when Dr. Oz ran for Senate out in Pennsylvania, Dr. Oz really lived in New York, but he also had a home in PA. So make that make sense. But he's, I don't think Trump endorsing Mike Lindell helps the GOP, and I'm gonna explain why. Because recently Trump gave a whatchamacallit, he had one of his primetime speeches that was actually aired just on a small handful of channels, primarily the right-wing networks, and he had it was not aired on ABC, NBC, and I know CNN did not host it too. I think those were the three channels. News Nation did show, Fox did show, Newsmax did show, but those other ones did not. Folks wanted to hear one thing, primarily the war in Iran, but instead he makes it about 2020 elections, because again, he has yet denied that he lost that election. He brings up China interference with the election, X, Y, and Z. I bring that up because the GOP, a number of GOP members have said, I really wish he would just let it go. Take the L, you lost, move on. You're the president again now. Focus now on this. Why are you continue to go back? But we all know why. and I mentioned it before, an L to the president is, I mean, you would never hear him share his thoughts on that. Never, ever, 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 ever. Okay. Anyways, I say that going back to Lindell and the endorsement from Trump, it doesn't help the GOP chance, because now you got him with endorsing this. I mean, I'm sorry, but this dude is wacko. And now it just doesn't. Trump has, in the words of Mike Termat, who was on the show not too long ago, and I shared with him, does he think Trump helped or hurt the Republican Party? He very quickly said he hurt the party. Things like this is what hurts the party. It does. So we will continue on to hear more about this. I believe Michelle Tafoya, former sports broadcaster, longtime sports broadcaster from NBC, I believe she's also running for governor of Minnesota. A lot of folks are trying to, again, not have, at least a lot of folks in the Republican Party, they're trying to win over the governor's seat in Minnesota. Tim Walz is not running again. Amy Klobuchar, who is the senator in Minnesota, I think she's pursuing to run for governor out there. So we will follow up and pay more attention on that. Final story that I'm going to share before we go. Now, I don't tune into streamers or, like Kai Cenat and was it iSpeed or ISO Speed, whatever his name. I don't know these folks. I really don't. I wish I did, but I don't. And anyway, there's this one popular streamer by the name of Neon, and Neon is a 21 years old from Houston. In the words of Glorilla Hurston, he's from Houston, Texas, and he has been doing this since 2016. So he's been doing this since he was a kid. And YouTube subscribers, 1.1 million subscribers. His views is at 367 million. On Twitch alone, he has over 600,000 followers. On Kick, okay, he has over 600, well, almost close to 700,000 followers. Very popular guy. He's originally he's a streamer and YouTuber. He originally uploaded a YouTube videos playing games such as NBA 2K and Fortnite. Now, in 2023, he began to stream on Kick and became recognized through his streams with rappers. Again, I need to pick up on how they do this so I can get rich and famous. You know what I mean? Because the brother be scrambling sometimes. But he's famous. He streams on a regular. Everywhere he go, he's streaming. Everywhere he go, he's streaming. There was a clip. Now, I'm a big wrestling fan. There was a clip that went viral where he was backstage at a WWE event, maybe a pay-per-view event, and he accidentally leaked an image of one of their wrestlers, one of their popular wrestlers. I believe his name is Penta, who is known as being a masked luchador, masked wrestler. And for those who are wrestling fans, in the luchador genre of it, Hispanic wrestlers that wrestle with their masks, that's like very, 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 it's like a religion. Like, it's very historical that you should never, ever, 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 ever show your face. If you do, that's just no. Especially if you, again, are under the ring name of a performer that's always been in the mask. You don't want the public to see your face. You want to keep that image. It's a part of the brand. Rey Mysterio wore the mask. Ultimate Dragon, I believe. Penta, Kane. But Kane's not luchador, but again, at the time, Kane had a mask for a very long time in his career. Kane is now Glenn Jacobs, mayor out in Knox County. Who else? I believe Psychosis also wore a mask. So many. But anyway, a stream went out. Let me show you. I'm gonna share it to you. I'm gonna share it because it's public. I mean, it's public information now. But check out this clip.
Make her like me. Oh. Hello, how you guys doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
No camera?
I use mask.
Yeah.
Can you delete this, please?
Oh, yes. I will.
You take something with
I'll delete. We gonna make.
So that was very, 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 very. I mean, and again, his face was not like, oh, I'm gonna show it anyway. Like I'm talking about Neon. Neon's face was not like, oh, I'm gonna show it to you. Bump that. I'll do what I want. No, he was very respectful. Oh man, I'm sorry. But also, I guess this is a bigger conversation too. And I probably should have invited my guy Aaron Phillips because he's a big wrestling guy, and I am for sure I'll hit him up and get his take on it. I think this is where Jeff Jarrett, when he sat down with the gentleman talking about, there's one company that is less business, less worried about the business side of it and worried about the people and the fans, right? Because see, WWE is an international, it's a global brand now. They're doing things that's great for the brand. So that being said, celebrity collabs, right? Bringing in these streamers that stream everything, right? Do they really want to show a lot of the behind the scenes stuff? Why? Because again, I just mentioned Neon has, his fan base is well in the millions. Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, all those cats, they have millions of followers, and in WWE, TKO, they want all that. They want all those followers because they want the money. They want to continue to stay relevant. So they know they have to work with these streamers and be like, hey, look, we got to work somehow. So this guy's simply just going behind the scenes. He's paid to be to do what he does. But I at least get some streamers that are aware and that are knowledgeable about professional wrestling. Come on now. Talk to me. Get some people that know the business. Get some people that are true fans, not just fans of the viewership, but that knows the history and like they know that, okay, if that's a wrestler right there, no, they need to know every single wrestler by name. They need to know. He did not know. Neon was completely clueless. He did not know jack shit who this guy was, but he accidentally leaked it, even though he deleted it. It's out there now. It's out there. The way technology works, you better not show. If anybody said a word or anything like just like that, it will never go away. It will never go away. As I talk to you all right now, if I say something to you all, or if I say something out there, or if I don't know, if, something caves in, or an alien or a ghost goes behind, I'm just saying, it will leak, and that'll be there forever. So coming back to this, the reason why I said streamer Neon could face a lawsuit, I don't think he will. Again, it was a simple accident. I'm just saying in general, this is a big no in the wrestling community, and it continued on by I think showing that when he was sitting down at the event, there was a few clips here. So here's one where either security or somebody must have asked this guy to go over, because if they're streaming at this live event, that's not allowed. It's almost like bootlegging, but now bootlegging is allowed. Check out this clip.
We'll keep the camera on.
You recording this?
Yeah.
Who's giving you the right to record this?
To come stream here?
Are you streaming this right now?
Yes.
Okay, so who had it?
Jake! Thank you, bro. Jake, call Jake. You call Jake? Can you call Jake?
Good. Who are you guys with?
Paul Heyman. 1 second. He's coming. Can you talk to me?
So right then and there, the guy was literally saying, okay, who allowed y'all to do the streaming? And you heard Neon bring up the name Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman is, obviously, I know him as the manager of, who's he managing now? Because I remember Brock Lesnar, I think Roman Reigns. He's managing so many folks now. But he also serves a high position in the company too. He's been doing it for so long. And so he's like, hey, I got permission. We good. There's more clips where I think security stops. Okay, so like, bam, here's another one where security, and this was probably before Neon actually sat down at that event.
Yesterday, you guys took a video of the guy with the wrestler with his face painted. Okay. You posted it. So today, I didn't see. So
right there, a security guard, and the reason why I'm going in and out is because you can hear some background noise. It's kind of loud. So one security guard or person that works on staff has said, okay, last time y'all were here, y'all got a leaked video of one of our wrestlers without the mask, and it got posted. Now, like Neon's saying, I did not post it. It got leaked. We deleted our footage, but it still got leaked. And they're going to continue to blame and point the fingers at Neon because how did they get that out there in the first place? So let me see. This is another clip here. I didn't hear too much of this one. Let me see if this is an important one to ask.
All right, we can't stream inside. No filming. Damn, yo, they put that sign up just for me because of what happened yesterday. The no filming sign.
Yep. So boom, right there. No filming in green room. That sign. So one thing, the WWE has done this whole big, huge festival now. It's almost like every Super Bowl, you always have like a week long of festivities. That's just like what professional wrestling. You have fan fest, pay-per-view events now are not one night only, it's 2 nights. And Neon had acknowledged, like, look, you see the sign they just put up saying no filming in the green room. So he's like, they just put up that sign just for me. And he acknowledged, he's like, look, I did not know. I did not. It was my mistake. I don't think Neon should be the blame personally. I just think that WWE has to be more careful when they bring on streamers that might not have full knowledge of how the business and how operations really work in the WWE, right? They need to be a part of somewhat of how the production and everything works, especially if they're going to be behind the scenes streaming. But see, the fun part and the popular thing about streamers is that when they stream, it's all organic. There's nothing scripted. There's nothing staged. They just turn the phone on, turn the camera on. We streaming. We live. We do. That can't always work out. That doesn't work out with the WWE. It doesn't. See, if Vince McMahon was in charge, he would either sue or fire the person who then allowed Neon to come in and stream. For real, he would, in my honest opinion. But what's your take on this story, y'all? Do you think Neon should be criticized, punished, or the blame for this leaked video of a wrestler Penta, of an unmasked Penta? Should he be punished? Right? Is it his fault, or is it the WWE's fault? What do you think? Let me know, y'all. But as of right now, that's all I got to say. That's all I got to say, y'all. Be sure to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. We got some more great shows and guests coming forth here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Until next time, stay safe out there, stay blessed, stay informed, because we got some big elections happening this midterm season. We're going to continue to talk about it here on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace and blessings. I'm out.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.